I don't want to see a single one of you red hatting pricks at a single national park, or you're going to end up with bear bait in your backpack.
It ain't no different than COVID. They're like, oh, well, prices will come down after COVID. Did they? Nah.
But Brian, a broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah.
You know what you do with a broken clock?
You throw them up.
You throw it away. You don't look at it. Welcome back to Get Angry, and we're just going to get right into it. Brian, what pissed you off the most this week?
What pissed me off the most was when I was scrolling on the internet, and I had saw that on the docket in the Senate was HRJ 140, and that's a bill basically rolling back Biden-era protections on the boundary waters and areas up like that the Biden administration had put in place, so that way those waters, the boundary waters and the land around it could not be touched. And we didn't even think they were going to get to it, but they got to it, and they voted 50-49 to roll those protections back. And you know what they're going to do with it? They're going to sell it to a Chilean billionaire who owns a fucking mining company to mine all of its fucking copper and then sell it to who? Not us. China. So
that sounds like America first to me, Brian.
Yeah, it's the shit. Like, I try to tell people all the fucking time, they're like, oh, you can't be a fucking liberal in country, or you can't be on the left in country and shit like that. And it's like, okay, whatever. You have your fucking beliefs. I have fucking mine. But then when it comes to shit like this, it's like, oh, you're a hunter? You're an outdoorsman? But when they're selling our fucking public lands right out from under our fucking feet, you don't say nothing? Because guess how many fucking Democrats voted for that fucking bill? Not a single fucking one. You know how many Republicans voted for it? Yeah. You know how many Republicans voted for it? Every single fucking one, except for one. And his name was Josh Hawley, and he's from my state, which is Missouri. And the only reason he didn't vote for it is because he just didn't fucking vote at all, which is the same as voting for it. And I got to sit here.
He's a fucking coward.
Exactly. And I got to sit here and listen to people tell me how fucking country I'm not all the time because I'm a fucking liberal, or I'm on the left and I fucking make country music and all this bullshit, and they all call me a fucking grifter. Like, no, bitch, a fucking grift is somebody who fucking says one thing and then goes right behind their fucking back and fucking does something else. A grifter is somebody that makes you so fucking scared of trans people and immigrants that you vote for them so they can get into the fucking power and then vote to sell your shit right out from under you.
Sell out to the fucking highest bidder.
Yep.
I said this last year, and I'll say it again. I don't want to see a single one of you red hatting pricks at a single fucking national park or a fucking... Yep. I mean, I've been to the boundary waters. I've canoed all through them. I don't ever want to see another one of you fucking pricks up there, or you're going to end up with bear bait in your fucking backpack. Because you have watched, you fucking people voted for the guy that wants to sell out our national forest, that's defunding the fucking firefighting service, that's selling out the fucking boundary waters, and the whole goddamn time you sit there and talk about how much you love the outdoors and America the beautiful. Eat shit and get fucked, you miserable pieces of shit.
Yeah, and that's their whole fucking thing.
Damn, I hate that shit.
Exactly. They'll shove it down people's throats and be like, well, this is a good thing because they'll create jobs. And it's like, what? For how long? Fucking 5 years? And then they took all our fucking resources and sold them to a different country? How the fuck do y'all go along with that?
In exchange for this little chunk of money, we ruin one of what is objectively one of the most beautiful sections of this country.
Yes.
I mean, and people have gone there for generations to enjoy that fucking spot. And we're ruining it for cash in the fucking pocket. Because
yes, dude.
When you assholes said, we want our country run like a billionaire, unsurprisingly, the piece of shit who's never been to a fucking national park in his life doesn't really put a lot of value in that.
Yeah, it's almost like...
Fuck.
It's almost like we picked a fucking influencer to care about our fucking lands.
Yeah, but he's running the country like a business. Brian, he's running the country like a business. He's making us all so much money. As he's starting the fucking tariff refunds, and we're not going to see a goddamn dime.
Fuck, I forgot about this.
Fucking massive corporations are going to get every fucking dollar back, and we're never going to see a fucking dollar of it. All you assholes that were like, we voted for him for cheaper groceries. There's a study that came out the other day that you motherfuckers are paying, on average, $350 more for groceries.
Yeah.
Well done.
I said it, bro. I said it. As soon as the fucking Supreme Court I made a video about it too, but the fucking, as soon as the Supreme Court fucking ruled against him on those fucking tariffs, I was like, now what happens? And I was like, I'll tell you what's going to fucking happen. They're going to take those fucking tariffs that they fucking charged all these corporations that passed the cost of that tariff down to the fucking consumer that we paid, and they're going to start issuing refunds to the corporations. And now what are they doing? Issuing refunds to the fucking corporations, so we paid the motherfucking bill twice.
And I'll give you a fucking hint. Those prices aren't coming down.
Fuck no.
That's not how capitalism works, buddy.
Bingo. It ain't no different than fucking COVID. They're like, oh, well, prices will come down after COVID. Did they? Fuck nah.
Not how it fucking works.
Like, not to mention these fucking, like, it pisses me off so much when I hear fucking lawmakers do that bullshit. It's no different than the fucking Keystone Pipeline. People, I used to work construction, right? And I was a welder and stuff like that. And people fucking got so fucking upset when Joe Biden rolled back that fucking pipeline. And I was like, because it was going to create like 10,000 jobs, right? For like 10 years or something like that. And so I was like, listen, I get that the fucking jobs thing is a big fucking deal to you. And I understand that it would have put a lot of people to work. But when they fucking built that fucking pipeline, do you know who owned the motherfucker? It wasn't us. It was fucking Canada. We just saw none of the fucking benefits from that fucking shit. And we have to fucking sit here and try to fucking explain it, but it doesn't matter because people are like, well, they lost the fucking jobs. Did you know that the Biden administration...
They lost the jobs.
Yeah, did you know that the Biden administration also offset that job loss by approving like 3 or 4 new pipelines?
No, it didn't have, Brian, it didn't have a cool name. They
exactly.
Didn't know. You know, Keystone, that's cool. It's like their favorite beer brand. They didn't know about the 4 or 5 other fucking magic things that he did. So that, you know, when you have a smart president, he fixes that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't know that because they don't fucking pay attention.
No, because they don't care to.
And Keystone matches their favorite beer. That's as far as their fucking brain went.
Exactly. And we got to fucking sit here and listen to these. That's why it pisses me off when I hear fucking like my senators like Josh Hawley or fucking Eric Schmidt talk and stuff like that. They'll make you so fucking mad about job loss and shit like that. And then meanwhile, they turn around and they're like, we're for farmers and everything. We want to help farmers and everything like that. And then they fucking support a fucking trade war that has basically fucking holstered every farmer in America.
I'm in the same boat. Dog, my senator, Joni Ernst, literally was like, well, we're all going to die someday about the Medicaid cuts. So I feel like we're in a similar vibe here.
Yeah. Dude,
I can't wait for Zach Walls to wipe the fucking floor with
exactly, dude. That's the other fucking thing. Like, when I hear these fucking, like, my lawmakers, like I said, like Eric Schmidt or fucking Josh Hawley, they'll be like, well, I'm for the farmer and all this shit. I want to explain to people who listen to this podcast who might not fucking know this. But right now, as it sits, this war in Iran is making diesel go through the fucking roof. Well, what do you think every fucking tractor, every fucking truck, every piece of fucking heavy equipment that a farmer has to use to be able to do his job runs on? Diesel. When the farmer goes out to fucking plant his shit and he has to fertilize all his fucking crops, guess what he has to use? Fertilizer. You know what's through the roof right now because of the war in Iran? Fertilizer. So the input cost for every single fucking farmer in America has gone through the fucking roof. And the problem with that is that the tariffs that Trump imposed on places like China, who buy 2/3 of a third of the world's fucking the United States soybeans, have said, you know what? Fuck you. We'll buy our soybeans from somebody else.
We're not buying from you anymore.
Yep. So they go fucking buy their soybeans from Argentina, who we also bailed out to the tune of $40 billion fucking dollars this last year. And cost of soybeans and corn in the United States stays the same. So your input cost is going through the fucking roof, and your profit cost or profit revenue is staying the exact same. Guess what? When you're not a farmer who has inherited fucking thousands of acres and fucking all kinds of equipment and stuff like that from the generations before
you're fucked.
You are majorly fucked.
Mega fucked. Unfathomably fucked. And yet people still seem to have this fucking absolutely ridiculous notion that Trump is for the farmers.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck about the farmers. He wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire.
No, dude,
The
reason beef's so fucking high at the grocery store right now is because there's a fucking meat packing monopoly and the motherfucker enables it. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. And I can't, like, it fucking breaks my heart, to be honest with you, because like I live in these fucking communities. I still live in my hometown and live in my small town, and I love it here. But like I hate seeing fucking the cost of everything go up for people that I know wake up and work their ass off every fucking day from dark to dark. Farming ain't no fucking easy job, and most of them just try to break even every fucking year. They're just trying to fucking go to work and fucking come home, and it's just fucking, they're just getting fucked.
Well, to switch gears a little bit, what pissed me off most this week is actually like semi-local to me. Last week at the University of Iowa, there was a mass shooting. The story of it is essentially at bar close, which if you didn't know, the university is a big bar culture kind of a school. There's a big fight outside. One guy is getting his ass jumped by like 3 or 4 dudes. So the story that I've heard is that he pulled a gun and started shooting, ran, trying to get these people away from him, and also shot people in the crowd. And, fucking despicable. It's fucking gun violence. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But the worst part that I have seen is they released pictures of people of interest. The school did, the cops did, the fucking all the major news outlets have put them out. And the people of interest that they've put out are African American. And the comments, they've got the fucking white hoods on, and they've got their first and last names sitting there as they comment shit like the usual suspects, or must have come from Chicago, or no father figures in their life. And I got to tell you, if you have ever commented something like that, get fucked.
Yeah.
You are an unconscionable, miserable, scum-sucking, fucking worthless human being, and I wouldn't care if you fucking croak tomorrow. You're fucking garbage. And the damnedest thing is, they have caught now, I think I've seen three separate University of Iowa police officers who are liking those comments.
Yeah.
On Facebook. And not a fucking thing is happening.
That's what I'm saying. A fucking white guy in a small town or some shit like that goes and shoots somebody. They don't say a fucking word about any of that. They don't condemn that bullshit. But then as soon as it's
that fucking guy last weekend that killed, what did he kill? 7 or 8 members of his family.
Yeah.
And all of the comments are thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers. This is terrible.
Yep.
It is. But you're not coming after that dude for being a fucking psycho. No.
Yeah. It's just because
you'd rather get on Facebook and comment your racist bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they can't fucking wait to fucking showcase their fucking racism. I've never seen people so fucking I've never seen people so fucking eager to showcase their racism than I do when I read fucking Facebook comment sections.
Well, that's the thing. Okay. So this kind of ties into another topic for today, which is yesterday or the day before, Tucker Carlson got on his show and he made a big show about, I'm sorry for misleading you guys into voting for Trump. I didn't know any of this was going to happen. And, I'm sorry. And there are people eating it up like it's their fucking job. And I honestly can't decide if what I said before or this pisses me off more. Because there are people on the left that are talking about we need to join forces with Tucker Carlson. Not in this fucking lifetime.
Yeah.
Do you realize that miserable piece of shit pushed great replacement theory for the last 10 fucking years? He cheered about the concept of alligator Alcatraz because he loved the idea of immigrants being eaten by alligators. When Kilmar Abrego Garcia got taken to CCOT, he thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me that we need to team up with him? Get the actual fuck out of here.
Yeah, that shit is insane, dude. Like the entire like concept behind wanting to, like, this is what I'm saying. Like you have to understand it. You are not fucking agreeing with Tucker Carlson. He is having a moment of clarity where he is agreeing with you, and that is it. And it's a fucking grift. Not only is he fucking
but Bryan, a broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah.
You know what you do with a fucking broken clock?
You throw the motherfucker
You throw
out.
it away.
Yeah.
You don't fucking look at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
damn it.
the fucking, like the aligning yourself with a white Christian nationalist who pushes white supremacy and anti-Semitism on a daily fucking basis is not the fucking guy you want to align yourself with.
You want to know why people come out in those comments like that, where they feel comfortable saying that shit? It's because of people like Tucker Carlson.
Yes.
It's because of people like Charlie Kirk. They do it on a national scale. And so, Joe and fucking Patty, who share a Facebook account because Joe can't keep his fucking dingling in his pants and he's constantly cheating on her, have to share a Facebook account because of that. He looks at fucking Tucker Carlson and Charlie Kirk and is like, okay, well, if they can say it, so can I. So he comments that shit. That's why.
Yep. It ain't no different than when the president fucking gets on and calls Somali immigrants trash and aminals.
Exactly.
Did I just say
Exactly.
they'll say that shit and then they're like, oh, okay, they said it on a national platform. Then I can say it in my everyday fucking life. That's why you
I
see
could
videos.
say it at home or I could say it to my buddies.
That's why you see these videos of fucking kids at soccer practice who are, you know, a different race other than white and stuff like that. And they're fucking, you know, getting back in their mom's car after soccer game or after soccer practice or something like that. And they're crying. And it's like, why are they crying? And they're crying because another kid told them that Trump was going to fucking deport them.
Exactly.
Like,
and the thing is, I've seen people on the left that are, again, talking about how we need to open it up to Tucker Carlson. And it's like, did you even fucking finish the interview?
Yeah.
You know, like literally 30 seconds after he does his big, I'm sorry. The other guy calls Kamala cackling camel toe.
Yeah.
And fucking Tucker sits there and goes,
yeah, it's like, ridiculous.
Do you fucking get this? He is not on our side and never will be.
No, dude, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a fucking agreeing with you right now, so that way he can get you to fucking be like, to normalize his rhetoric. So that way when he says some fucking crazy shit about Jewish people or some crazy shit about any marginalized group or some crazy shit about trans people or something like that, then you won't think it's so fucking crazy and he won't get canceled over it.
The thing is, he's abandoning Trump because Tucker is worried about a little time in the clink or about not having quite as many viewership anymore because people don't like Trump anymore.
Yeah.
In 2 years, when they trot somebody else out for the Republican candidate for president,
could be him.
I would bet my left. It could be him. I would bet my left testicle that Tucker will be falling in line to get on his knees for this, for whoever it is.
Fucking
he is never going to be a fucking Democrat fucking supporter.
No.
Ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, these fucking people think that Democrats are fucking truly evil. Like, they don't give a fuck. It's all just a fucking grift. And that's what, like I said, to me, it's so fucking crazy to listen to fucking people talking about, you know, universal health care, and then you'll get in the comment sections and stuff like that, and people will be calling them a grifter, and it's like, bro, what the fuck are you on? Like, have you fucking even taken a look at some of these fucking podcasts? I mean, it's fucking, like, and I know the irony of us sitting here on a podcast talking about all this shit is hilarious, but I mean, yeah, it's fucking crazy that we're sitting here talking about Tucker Carlson aligning with us. Insane. So
insane.
But now I think that's something that pissed me off too. I think that we sometimes don't talk about the great things that happened, but something good that happened yesterday is the Virginia gerrymandering.
Virginia redistricting passed.
Virginia redistricting passed, and that's a good thing. I mean, gerrymandering sucks. Don't get us wrong, right? We all fucking hate gerrymandering. I'm gerrymandered to fuck in my state, so I get it. It fucking sucks, but the problem is that Virginia would have never done this. California would have never fucking done this. Illinois would have never fucking done this if Texas and Missouri and other fucking red states like that didn't do it when Trump told them to.
And the thing is, for all of you window-licking Republicans that are talking about, well, Democrats are fascists for doing this, you realize there was a vote, V-O-T-E, vote. You know what happened in Texas? Donald Trump called Greg Abbott and said, hey, I want 5 more seats. Sign it.
Tell him.
So old Hot Wheels got his pen out and signed it. These people didn't get a fucking choice. So if you have a problem with that, take it up with the fucking voters, you idiots.
Dude, that is the thing. Like, every fucking time I see somebody post about it in the last 24 hours, I'm like, you know what's hilarious about this is that every single fucking blue state that passed a redistricting map did it on a ballot measure to have their constituents vote on whether or not they wanted to allow them to fucking do that in the first place. And the only fucking states that didn't do that are the red states like Missouri and Texas. They just did it when fucking Trump called up and said, hey, I need 5 more seats. And they said, no problem, Dad. What else do you need?
Well, Bryan, they weren't really talking. They had something else in their mouth.
Yeah, that's right. And it wasn't a
And the
boot.
crazy thing is, not a fucking one of them is talking about the fact that they kept Trump out of the fucking situation room because they thought that his temperament wouldn't be effective.
Yeah.
His impatience would be bad. So they kept the president of the United States of America out of the situation room where they were dealing with fucking matters of national importance.
Yeah. And on
Do you
this,
get how fucking insane that is?
yeah, on today's episode
If
of
that
I
were
Can't
Joe
Believe This
Biden,
Is Real Fucking Life.
if that were Joe Biden, they would be losing their fucking minds.
Oh, dude, it's fucking.
But I have seen Republican pundits like Tucker Carlson talk about how, well, it's just because Trump is such a go-getter. You know, he just wants things done immediately. He doesn't. Can you eat my fucking ass?
Yeah,
Seriously. Shut the fuck up. And there's a report that's unsubstantiated from a former CIA officer that says that that a general had to turn Trump down from using the nuclear codes and told him no last weekend. The fate of the world literally lies in the bruised hands of a narcissistic, felonious, insurrection inciting, raping, garbage fucking con man who hung out with a bunch of pedophiles and has done his level best to cover all that up.
Yep, it's fucking
The fate
insane.
of the world lies in his hands.
Yep. And we got to sit here and pretend like all this is fucking normal, dude. Dude, it ain't no different than when he said the entire civilization will end tonight thing. It's like you saw so many people come out after that and be like, well, you know how fucking Trump is. He was just using it as a negotiation tactic, and like he wasn't actually going to do that. We all knew he wasn't going to do that. Now you all look stupid because he didn't do that. And I'm like, why are you so cool as a cucumber when the president of the United States uses genocide as a fucking negotiation tactic? How is that normal?
Yeah. Why don't you go talk? Why don't you go talk to the families in Iran with little children who sat there cowering in fear all that fucking night because the president of the foremost superpower in the world said that they were all going to get fucking incinerated.
Yeah, dude.
Why don't you tell me that that's cool?
It's
you fucking garbage human beings.
It is insane that we have to fucking even talk about this. Like I think about this shit all the time,
And-
Luke. It's like crazy shit that happened that like was real and we just fucking forgot about it. You know what I mean? This shit won't even be talked about in fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah, people would just forget
Yeah.
the president threatened genocide.
Yeah. And then fucking did the AI Jesus photo. That shit was fucking.
There's a quote in this I'm gonna get a little nerdy here for a second. It's an X-Men show. Magneto becomes the leader of the mutant nation of Genosha.
Mhm.
And the UN comes to him and says, is talking to like the election board, and they're like, you can't let a terrorist be your leader. And Magneto pipes up with an absolute fucking bar and says, yet so many of you allow terrorists to be your leaders. Right. I fucked that up. But
no, it's true, bro.
We are led by an orange terrorist. You get that, right?
And what's truly sad to me when I think about it is that like in our lifetimes, like politics will never not be as polarizing as it is right now. I mean, I think the damage that Donald Trump has created.
I don't know how it gets better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
don't know how it gets better.
It's the fucking like when I think about it, I'm like, dude, first of all, people will be saying they were against this shit, but they're not gonna fucking abandon all their fucking views and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna say like, oh yeah, Trump was a fucking idiot, but they're still gonna think that Christians should be running the fucking world and like.
I think the reality of it is that Trump came along and evolved in a way. These people, their beliefs got that much worse, and they got that much more proud of them. And so when people talk to me and they're like, well, can you forgive Trump voters? It's like the vote is like the least important part of it for me. It's the fact that these people were cheering about the idea of immigrants that came here to try and make a better life being eaten by alligators.
Yeah, I
these
agree.
People were cheering about innocent men being taken to a fucking literal supermax prison where they had never even been to that country in their lives, where they were fucking tortured.
Yeah.
You understand that is the thing I really have the issue with. The complete moral depravity and lack of any conscience. That's what I have a problem with.
Right.
The vote is just a fucking ballot. It's just a representation of that.
Exactly. And like the thing, like the to be honest, like the vote would be one fucking thing if one he hadn't fucking already had 4 years to fuck up this country and then led a fucking insurrection on fucking January 6th or whatever. But if or an attempted insurrection, but the vote would be something that I just don't really give a fuck about. If when all this shit was being enacted, like Alligator Alcatraz and like killing people in American cities, and like we saw in Minneapolis with Renee Good and Alex Pretty, and like when you hear the stories about Dilley Detention Center and having literal concentration camps on American soil, when all those things happen, if they would speak out about it, then I I would be like, okay, fuck, you fucked up with your fucking vote, but at least you fucking are admitting and you're against it
Let's
now.
do
But you're
something. Right.
right, right. But you're not. They're not fucking doing that. They're going, well, he's not fucking. He's not doing this thing that I like, or he's not doing this thing I like. But that doesn't really affect me. So who gives a fuck?
Even so many of them now, as they say that they're not with him anymore because of this thing in Iran. They're not against him because he bombed children or because he threatened genocide on innocent fucking people. That's not the problem they have with him.
Yeah,
They're
they're against.
salty because it costs them an extra $100 to fill up their F-350. That's the problem they have. And
Bingo,
that, see,
bango,
that right
bongo.
there is the difference between us and them.
Yep.
See, I would pay $100 more for the rest of my fucking life if it meant the U.S. would stop bombing children.
No, and it's hard. It's hard to get people because I think everybody is inherently individualistic, to a certain extent, and
Yeah.
selfish, and stuff like that. But it's super hard to get. Like if you looked at somebody that voted for Trump, like or whatever, and you said, "Hey, I need you to vote," even though this policy or this person won't help you at all, they'll help people in these communities that you know and that you love and stuff like that. But you won't get any help, right? You wouldn't get any fucking help, but these fucking people would. Would you vote for that fucking person, or would you vote for the guy that's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck everybody else. We're gonna fucking oppress them so that way you can have more.
They're going with the other guy every
I know,
time.
I know.
That guy could promise them a fucking nickel, and they would be like, all right. He makes a good deal. He's a good businessman.
Yeah, it's just hard to fucking get people to put
And
that shit on the
see,
same
that's the
level.
difference for me.
Yeah.
And I don't see that changing, right? Like these people don't like they're not magically gonna wake up one day and not comment racist shit about mass shootings. They're not gonna wake up one day and like not believe this shit.
Yeah, I think that like that's the thing, there's always going to be that fucking deep far right base, and like what I'm trying to say to people is like, you know, like especially conservatives, they'll be like, "Well, yeah, there's bad people on the fucking right." And I'm like, "Yeah, but like those fucking groups, we need to fucking publicly condemn every time they fucking do something publicly, right? Because that's how if us normalizing them is how they fucking grow. You know what I'm saying? So, like when you see that shit, like you've got to fucking call it out. So I don't know, and I think that's half of our fucking problem. We've been too fucking nice throughout the fucking years. I mean, look at what we did.
Well, we
In
failed
Yeah,
several times, right? We
yeah,
failed after Reconstruction was a fucking joke. Those pieces of shit should have been strung up.
yeah,
We
and it's
failed many times.
it's
We
a
let
it's
Jim Crow go. We let
yeah,
voting rights should not have taken another 100 years after fucking slavery was ended.
fucking bingo, dude. That's my whole point. Like people don't understand that, but like when you talk about like the Civil War and stuff, like when the Civil War was over, we basically just fucking forgave the South and the leaders of the South. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much said, all right. I guess
yeah,
we're cool again.
right. And like some of them had fled the country and stuff like that, and we just didn't even go look for them and stuff like that. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Even 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 people are like, well, I want Nuremberg v2. I want a Nuremberg that actually punishes people because
Yeah,
they
no
got some
shit.
of them, but like a lot of those fucking scientists, you know where they came? They came here
Yep,
to come do our fucking space research, and they got
exactly, dude.
off. They fucked off, and
Yep.
that's not how this can work.
No,
See,
it can't be.
I refuse the notion that people's value outweighs the terrible shit they've done. Like
Yeah,
objective, scientific or whatever knowledge they have outweighs the terrible shit they've done. I
yeah.
don't care if you can solve faster than light travel. If you are fucking advocating for the death of millions of people, see you never.
I agree 100%. I think that fucking like there's got to be a harshness to like you know, it's almost like when you see the leaving MAGA videos, right? You know, and it's like there's got to be a harshness to like that moment because they have to understand that, like, they have to clock the moment so that way they don't fucking make that mistake again, right? It's almost like when you touch the
Well, that's
burner
just
as a
it. And
kid,
like
you know what I mean?
with those leaving MAGA posts, there's two kinds of them that I've seen. I've seen the ones that they post every time they get attacked because that's what happens when you post that shit on social media.
Yeah,
You are exposing the fact that you hurt indirectly, but hurt millions of people. You're going to get attacked.
yeah,
And half of them, 50% of them say, I deserve this. And those people could earn my trust again. Those
yeah.
people have a pathway to fucking reality. And then there's half of them that go, why are you so mean to me? Why are you so mean to me? I'm trying to be better. And it's like, you're
Because
not
there's
trying hard enough then.
yeah, it's like, dude, because
If
there's
you can't
concentration camps
understand
right
why
now.
they're mean to you, you're not trying hard enough.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not ready for that level of fucking ownership and accountability and stuff like that, then just don't fucking come on the internet and say it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I
There's
think
no reason. Your journey doesn't have to be televised.
right. And I mean, like that's a we live in a fucking very public, you know, social world now. But I mean, like I said, the fucking like if you're not ready to fucking take full accountability, then just don't fucking come on the internet and say that, you know, you fucked up with your vote and stuff like that. So I mean, there's there's people out there that I have seen that are doing the, you know, like they are taking full accountability for their vote and like the things they supported and things like that. And now they're going to organize protests and networking and organizing with people to, you know, help make a difference, which I think is good. But
Yeah.
I don't
But
know, like,
unsurprisingly, those people aren't the ones that are talking about why are you so mean to me?
right. Exactly. Like those people never say that.
They're doing the work.
Right. Exactly. And that's what we need to fucking, you know, not necessarily applaud, but at least recognize and acknowledge, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but no, in other news, we can move on to something else that I thought was fucking hilarious. Kash Patel is drunk, I heard.
Good old Venmo Patel, and he apparently can't keep his fucking hands off a bottle.
Yep, apparently
I for one, my jaw is on the floor. I'm shocked. I can't believe that they would hire somebody that is not fucking appropriate for the role.
yeah, it's crazy that they hire somebody
Did you see that shit about
unqualified.
him? He was worried about the FBI merch not being badass enough.
Yeah. It's shit like that that makes me think like it's like very sad because I know the rest of the world is looking at us right now and one they'll never forgive us for this. Hold on, sorry. What the
This
fuck?
guy's an amateur. He didn't mute his phone when we started
It's
recording.
my phone.
Amateur podcaster.
My phone is muted, but the fucking thing is coming through the fucking computer.
Amateur.
It's whatever.
Amateur.
I know. But anyways, fucking what was I talking about? Oh, Kash Patel's fucking being a drunk. Yeah, I don't know. I heard that like it makes me sad because like I said, I wonder what the rest of the world is fucking saying to us right now. And like
Dog, the rest of the world saw that video of him at the Olympics downing a fucking bottle like it was his job.
right.
And went, that guy's in charge of your investigations for the entire country.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like the fucking like I don't think that these countries fucking will forgive us for this. Not anytime soon, anyways.
Not only will they not forgive us, they aren't going to respect us for a long fucking time.
Right.
I already think that the U.S. was kind of a laughingstock because, in my opinion, if you're calling yourself a civilized country, you probably ought to have things like universal health care. Probably people should be, able to go to school without bankrupting themselves, that kind of thing.
Yeah, dude.
So I think there's always been like a level of like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But now I think it's even worse.
Dude, I saw this fucking video. That made me think of this. But I saw this fucking video of this girl on TikTok the other day, and she was like, I'm willing to pay higher gas prices so that the people of Iran can have a glimpse at what we have here that people take advantage of. And I was like, hold the fucking phone, dude. You're willing to fucking pay higher gas prices so somebody else can experience less fucking oppression and injustice and have an easier life? Since fucking when? Since when have you ever fucking done that? You don't support fucking free school lunch. You don't support SNAP benefits. You don't support universal health care. all because those people are fucking lazy and don't want to get a job, and your tax dollars shouldn't have to go towards that. When in reality, you're paying about, I don't know, fucking $12 a year for that shit.
Yeah, and they don't realize that like fucking 70% of their taxes go to the military. I
Yes.
feel like people always I feel like right wingers especially, they think of the military as like this amorphous thing that just like exists. When in reality, this country would be so much better if we just cut the military budget by like 30%. You know all
Yeah.
the shit we could get done if it had an extra 30% of that fucking money.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We spend more on our defense than in military than any other fucking country
It's like
does.
the
And
next 7 combined.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, and they're out here asking for more fucking money, dude. And that's what I mean. Like 50% of the fucking national defense budget is going towards the private sector. Right, so like we're not even fucking
crazy.
like we're funding private fucking
you're not even
companies.
funding your fucking the veterans that you claim you care about.
Exactly, dude, and that's what God. That's
You're
the shit that
funding
pisses me
fucking
off.
BlackRock's fucking contractors that are going over to there to do terrible shit.
Yes, fucking black. You're funding the Trumps. You're funding the Trump fucking family. Them motherfuckers just started a fucking drone company so they could be awarded a bunch of fucking government contracts.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, it's fucking crazy, man. Meanwhile, we got veterans sleeping on fucking American streets. And I got to sit here and listen to everybody talk about how fucking patriotic they are. God, what the fuck world do we fucking live in where you got to see that shit and be like, well, yeah, but we have to have a defense. Like, no shit, you have to have a fucking military. Idiot, we're not saying that. We just saying we don't need... Dude, they can't... Every time they do a fucking audit at the Pentagon, they can't even fucking find half the fucking money we gave them in the fucking first place.
They have never passed an audit in history.
God,
not once.
It's insane, dude. And you're fucking...
You know how crazy that would be? If you were invested in a company, right? Like, if you were, you own 100 shares of something, and then the company failed audits for 50 years... You would be like, where's my fucking money?
Yeah.
But these people look at the fucking military, which they, in essence, they own part of. And they're like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah, don't give a fuck. And that's what I'm saying. It's fucking insane, dude. Like, they'll fucking look at shit like that and bombs to blow up school children in foreign countries and shit like that and don't say a fucking word. But as soon as, little Timmy wants to have a fucking free lunch because his parents are, less fortunate or, out of work right now or whatever the fuck, they throw a goddamn fit. Because I shouldn't have to pay for somebody else's kid. Fuck you, dude. I just don't.
Then don't drive on the roads.
Then
don't call the firefighters.
Yep.
Then don't call the police.
Yep. Bingo. If you don't believe in socialist programs, then don't fucking use them.
Well, now that I feel like I've had a minor stroke,
yeah,
I feel like this is a good place to end it.
Yep, I like it.
Thank you all for listening. We have continued to chart and have great success because you guys are the fucking best. We can't thank you enough. And like, we see all you guys on the social channels. They're growing so fast. It's fucking crazy. We had a video with Universe that did like 750,000 views. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, fucking phenomenal.
We appreciate you all so fucking much.
Yeah, it's insane to see the growth over. We've been doing this for like a month now, and it's just, I mean, if you would have told me that this thing would have had 15,000 followers on Instagram in a month, I'd have fucking hit you in the face for lying to me. You know what I mean? So I think it's awesome. You guys are the fucking best out there, dude. It's fucking crazy cool that we can sit here and, have these little rant sessions to ourselves and make ourselves feel a little bit better. And also like kind of get people motivated to talk about these things in their everyday life. And that's what I want people to know. Like even in your everyday life, man, if you're just talking to your neighbor or you're talking to your friend, when you bring this stuff up, it's not for nothing, right? Your voice still fucking matters, in any capacity. It doesn't matter if you're talking, to like just your average community member, right? Any conversation fucking helps, and your voice will always matter. Just because we have the power to talk to multiple people at a time doesn't mean that your voice is any less important than ours.
In fact, it, in my opinion, can be more valuable.
Yes.
People look at us and they're like, they get paid to say that. They get paid to say that. They're DNC sills, even though we don't.
Yeah.
But you do not have that.
Yep.
And so your voice matters more than you will ever know.
Yep.
And so thank you.
Yep. Appreciate y'all.